Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you this special bulletin. Let the fans begin to celebrate and the backfiring boycotts commence. In this lovely little article from Bounding into Comments, apparently, comments? Did I say comments? Bounding into Comics. WB Games job listings suggest Hogwarts Legacy sequel now in development. Hogwarts Legacy, of course, as most everyone knows, and Jeff Keighley seemed to have forgotten, Hogwarts Legacy was the highest selling game of 2023, and yet did not even get a sniff of a nomination last year, thanks to whatever particular reasons there were. You make the decision for yourself, but most everyone knows, unless you were sleeping under a rock last year, you know what happened. A completely and totally failed boycott by those who don't really care for the author herself. Well, just boosted the sales, the marketing, absolutely free marketing. What more could WB ask for? But let's see what's going on with this article. Job listing by Avalanche Software has appeared online, leading to speculation about the upcoming sequel to Hogwarts Legacy. I believe they've already talked, well, with the sales of Hogwarts Legacy last year, it would be foolish not to assume that they're going to make a sequel. It would be interesting if they focused on one of the other schools, get some good writers in there. Of course, I mean, the gameplay of Hogwarts Legacy, nothing really to write home about. Not everyone liked it as much as others, but I considered it a fun game, and that's my opinion. Right? Moving on. So, it's not difficult to speculate that they're going to be doing, and I think they may have even announced it, but these job listings, hey, lead more credit to that speculation. While the job listings were not archived before vanishing, a screenshot of one of them persists via Game Rant. Under Warner Brothers Discovery's career page, a senior producer role at Avalanche Software boasts, quote, "Join the team behind the blockbuster open-world action RPG Hogwarts Legacy as we create what's next." Now, could they be talking about what's next for WB Games, or maybe what's next for the franchise? How much of a franchise? Does a single sequel make it an ongoing franchise? Could be. Under the nice to haves section, one bullet point notes experience developing open world RPG games and action magical combat games a plus. Well, that right there, we love to speculate, but this is a positive speculation as far as I'm concerned. Gaming Bible also report there are job listings for associate software engineer and senior character technical artist. That's long titles there. An open world action RPG with magical combat would certainly describe Hogwarts Legacy. Of course it would. And could describe a sequel or a prequel game. Well, considering the game itself is a prequel to the Harry Potter books, I think I would prefer just make it a sequel. Or, again, do something with one of the other schools. Make it, again, right, just make it fun first, whatever. While not definitive, past reports lend credence. Back in February 2023, Warner Brothers game president David Haddad told Variety, quote, "We are very pleased with the initial launch, I bet you were, highest selling game of 2023, and see a bright future for our other platform launches." Variety's Jennifer Moss specifically reported that Warner Brothers saw the game as a long-term franchise. Not just that, I believe they were mentioning that Warner Brothers Studios as a whole was going to go back to the well of tried and true franchises, with Hogwarts and Harry Potter being one of them. You know, making with the TV show coming on HBO and these job listings, maybe they're going back to what made them money instead of, going to ideological nonsense that has done nothing but tank sales. Hogwarts Legacy was almost unaffected. It was oppositely affected by a boycott over J.K. Rowling's comments against ideological nonsense, despite claims of anti-Semitism, LGBT outcry, harassment against streamers. Here we go. Harassment against streamers merely announcing their intent to play it, and even a website tracking who streamed the game being met with approval by a state legislator. Oh, wow. So if you didn't know, there were people out there harassing streamers and gamers across social media platforms simply because they talked about the game positively. Then They announced that they were going to stream the game. They announced that they were going to buy the game. And yes, someone created a website to track who streamed the game. And to the point where there were some streamers out there that they were harassed to the point where they shut down the game or stopped streaming for a while. And that's, for lack of a better term, despicable. The things that they accuse us of doing, they go out and do themselves. She does protest too much, methinks. And the only success the boycott had, again, was to make Hogwarts Legacy the highest selling game of 2023. Don't get me wrong, the game would have sold gangbusters because it is in the Harry Potter universe, and you have a massive, massive number of fans for that universe, regardless of what you may or may not think about J.K. Rowling's comments. She has FU money. She's going to run her mouth. She doesn't care about your opinion. She's going to voice her opinion, which is, and stand by her opinion, regardless of whatever backlash she gets from people. So kudos to her for simply standing on what she says, backing up what she says, and not bending the knee. So regardless of those opinions, it is a famous franchise, and that alone would have pushed Hogwarts Legacy sales up and up, but I do believe the boycott, or the attempted boycott, pushed sales even further and further than they would have been without the boycott. Not only did it sell, not only did it sell, I didn't even know this, 256% above targets in the first 2 weeks. It went on to sell 22 million copies in 2023. I don't know why I do those voices sometimes. And became the best-selling game of 2023. And yet didn't get a sniff at Jeff Keighley's Game Awards because he's... You decide what he is. In March last year, there were rumors a Hogwarts Legacy TV show was in the works at HBO Max. Well, they are going back and remaking each one of the books into a TV show. Further evidence to do a sequel came in March of this year during a conference call. Warner Brothers CEO and president of Global Streaming and Games, J.B. Perrette, discussed the future of live service games. Oh, no. In the same breath as Hogwarts Legacy. Look, you made a single-player game. The closest thing I believe you could do to make a sequel do better is to, not necessarily a live service game, make it a multiplayer co-op, 3 players at a time. Go the route of Destiny 2. Follow the same pattern that the movies did. Harry, Ron, and Weasley. 3 players working together to solve whatever mystery, whatever missions there are in the game. Do a 3-player multiplayer co-op. Stay away from the live service nonsense. You don't need it. You made 256% above sales. You proved you don't need a live service multiplayer game. Make it couch co-op, not couch co-op. Make it multiplayer, restricted to 3, not some online world. And you don't need the live service nonsense. Make it a one-and-done, single-player. You finish the story, you move on. Despite admitting Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League was a disappointment, oh, it was much worse than a disappointment. That is not the word you should be using for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Astronomical, devastating, debacle, abomination, embarrassing. Those words, those are more appropriate words than simply disappointing. Perrette championed Warner Brothers' 4 major gaming IPs expanding into mobile. Yay. Are y'all ready for more mobile nonsense? Mobile, multi-platform, free-to-play, and live service. Multi-platform, good. Free-to-play, not terrible. Live service, no. Stop it. This includes DC Comics, Mortal Kombat, Game of Thrones. I can think of some aspects of Game of Thrones I wouldn't even mind playing on a console. Just make sure my kids aren't there. And Harry Potter. Quote, rather than just launching a one-and-done console game, stop it! Start launching more one-and-done console games. 22 million copies on a one-and-done console game. Why can't you learn from the evidence that is in front of you? What is difficult about that? They made Harry Potter fun first. Hogwarts Legacy, make it fun. It was fun. It was fun enough for 22 million sales. Continue with the one and done console games because that's more and more what gamers would love to be playing. How to develop a game around bounding, editing, proofreading. For example, Hogwarts Legacy, that is a live service, no. Where people can live and build, maybe. And play in the world on an ongoing basis. Well, then make it an MMO and see how that goes instead of a live service. I guess an MMO is a live service. Never mind. This launched fans into a frenzy, starting a petition to begging Warner Bros. Whoa, they already did it? They already started it? Wait. Oh, to not make the then hypothetical Hogwarts Legacy 2 into a live service game. The petition, definitely a position I can get around, has over 7,500 signatures out of 10,000. Well, more free publicity, more free marketing, and I think this petition will do the same as the failed boycott. It's not going to do anything. The success of the game, combined with the executives seeing Harry Potter as one of their major gaming IPs and a clear and vocal fan base, show a sequel is all but certain. Yes, I agree on that one. Job listings would seem to cement that fact or the start of a massive upset if it was another project. If this is another project, if they're trying to go down a magical route for a project that's not associated with the Harry Potter universe, that will definitely be a disappointment. I agree with this petition. Please don't make it a live service game. But at the same time, if it's respected, done well, and it's fun and makes sense, 3-player co-op missions. Don't put PvP in there nonsense unless it's in one specific place, like an arena, sanctioned competitions, whatever. Don't make it PvP. I don't think that would work well in the Harry Potter universe. Not in Hogwarts Legacy, whatever school they put it in. Specific classes, that might work, but not in the open world. That'd be silly. 3-player, multiplayer, co-op, live service. The only kind of live service I can think would work in Hogwarts Legacy would be seasonal, like actual seasonal, where the season's changing in the game, perhaps. But then that would probably take too long in-game if they're only restricted. Maybe they'll be able to figure out something where a live service game in the Hogwarts Legacy universe, in the Harry Potter universe, could work. Personally, I wouldn't want to do it. You're running a risk of pushing more people away than you would pull in. Just make a one-and-done single-player game. At best, make it multiplayer co-op, 3-party system. But anyway, I'm excited. I'll be looking forward to it. I need to go back and finish Hogwarts Legacy. And I'm looking forward to the next round of astronomically failed boycotts. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Leave a like, leave a dislike, do all those nifty little things as YouTubers beg you to do. And I hope to see you on the next one. Bye-bye.